grab your mat. You'll need a couple of blocks, a small Pilates ball if you have one, and a mat. So starting with a wide-legged forward fold. The legs are going to go open wide, toes forward. So go ahead and turn inwards so that you can straddle your mat. Straighten the legs, tighten up the thighs. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, begin to fold down. Hands will come down to the floor. And if you need blocks underneath your hands, more than welcome to grab those. We're going to take 4 deep breaths. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, allow your head to come a little closer to the mat. You can put a bend in your knees if needed. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Strong legs, rise to stand. Turn your toes out. We're going to bend in the knees into a goddess or horse stance. You're going to take a side bend. Right arm's going to reach up. You're going to bring the left forearm down to the thigh as you reach over. And then come through center. Left arm up. Right arm to the thigh, reaching up and over. Coming back up through center. Straighten the legs, turn the toes forward, parallel. Take a deep breath in, forward fold. All the way down, fingertips come to the floor. And relax your head. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale. And exhale. And one more time, inhale. And exhale. You're going to walk your hands over to your right foot. Turn your right foot as well. Folding over your right leg. You can put a bend in the knee if needed. Walk the hands back through center. Turn your right toe in. And walk the hands over to the left. Turn your left foot out. Coming back to center. Let's go one more time, but we're going to make this into a lunge. So walk your hands over to your right foot, turn your right foot, and lift your left heel. Bend your right knee. And lower all the way down onto your knee. Uncurl the toe. Sitting your hips back for a half split, fold over your leg. Coming back to center, curl the back toe, lift the back knee, walk the hands over to the other side. All the way over to your left, coming into a lunge. Lower your back knee down and uncurl the toe and allow the hips to settle forward. Half split, hips come backwards, folding over your left leg to your degree. Coming back to center, curl the back toe, lift the back knee, walk the hands back to center for a wide-legged forward fold. Walk your hands over to your right foot, lunge. Left heel comes up, lower the back knee down. Uncurl the toe. Sit the hips back. Half stretch, half split. And here we're going to add on. So now you're going to walk your hands back to center. And you're going to move your left foot back. And you're going to extend your right leg further out. And we're going to get an inner thigh stretch here. So you're going to shift your weight forward and backward. So you're on your left knee, right leg is out and extended, foot is flat on the mat. Now the further you have your foot out, and maybe even come down onto the forearms, the deeper that inner thigh stretch may be. Then coming back up, walk your hands back over to your right foot. Now we're going to attempt to go in a little bit deeper, a little bit longer, that half split, or the front hip stretch, much longer, much more extended here. And then sitting the hips back, getting even deeper, maybe even going all the way down into a split if you feel ready. Maybe you come down part way, see what you can do. Where are you at? You can always bend the back knee. And then releasing, coming back up. I'm going to switch to the other side. So walk your hands over now to the left side. Right foot is going to extend back into a lunge. Lower the knee down and curl the toe. Hips are settled forward. And then half split. Bending yourself backwards, folding over the leg. And then coming back to center, you're going to walk your hands to center and lengthen out the stance. So your left leg is going to be straight. And as long of a stance as you can make it, you come down on the forearms and shift yourself forward and backwards to get a good inner thigh stretch. And then coming back up, walk your hands back over to the left side. See if you can keep a really long stance here. Move your knees around so that you can get back into a more extended hip stretch. And then half split or all the way down best you can. And then slowly releasing. Nice job. Make your way to hands and knees. Pretty intense first out of the gate. Come onto your forearms for puppy pose. Your hips are going to go way up to the ceiling and relax your belly. Your chest can come on the floor and you can extend the arms out. That would be the deepest version. And release, come onto your belly, Sphinx pose. So we've done a lot of hamstring stretch, getting into the inner thigh. Now we're going to start working on the front thighs. And release all the way back down. Bring your big toes to touch and allow your heels to fall open. We're going to just rest here. Hands will come by your sides, palms up, and turn your head to the right. Allow your left cheek to rest down onto the mat. Maybe even your ear will touch. Slow your breathing down. Sometimes doing intense things in the hip groin region can create a little bit of a panic, so slow it all down. And then turn your head the other way, getting a stretch through the neck. slow down the breathing. And release, coming back to center, propping yourself up onto your forearms to make it easier so you can grab your right foot and then walk your fingers down to the ankle bone, flexing the right, and then lower to your degree. Point your toe. Now gently, you're going to press your hip bone down into the mat and kick back and up, getting a little bit more stretch. Just a gentle kick, hip bone pressing into your mat, knee coming up. And release. We're going to switch to the other side. Prop yourself up enough so you can grab your foot and walk your hands down to the ankle area, and then lower down with the foot flexed. And then point your toe and gently press that left hip into the mat, kicking back and up, getting a little deeper into that front thigh. And release. Widen your legs for cobra. So go wide, about as wide as your mat. Hands will come by your lower ribs. Lift your head and shoulders, use back strength first, and then straighten the arms to your degree. As high as you can go, and then relax your legs, relax your hips and your belly. And lower down. Bring your legs back together. We're going to bend both knees. You're going to reach back, grab a hold of your feet. Walk your hands down to your ankle bones so you can flex your feet best you can. And then kick back and up for full floor bow Dhanurasana. And release. Bring your big toes to touch. Heels fall open. Turn your head to the right and relax. Turn your head the opposite way and relax. And then coming back to center, child's pose. Bring your knees close together for this child's pose, as we're going to move into some side stretching. So knees close, even bring your elbows close as well, so you can round the spine. Allow your head to hang. Lengthening out the spine, walk your hands over to the right side, reach the left arm straight and long, and then gently lean towards your left to deepen the stretch through the left side, shoulder and lower back. You can rest your head down onto your right arm. And change. Lift your head, walk your hands, reaching the right arm long, and then gently leaning to the right, leaning away from that grip. Rest your head. And then coming back to center, cat and cow, hands and knees. moving the spine, creating your back bend. Inhale, and then rounding the spine. Exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. And one more time. Inhale, and exhale. Downward facing dog. Curl your toes under and lift your hips up. Looking to get the heels close to the floor, but without force or pressure. Child's pose. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Make your way to seated in the middle of your mat, facing the long edge, and straddle the legs. So as wide as you can tolerate it. The legs, knees up, toes up, sitting up tall, and maybe that's where you stop. But if you can walk your hands a little further forward, good. If you need, you can also grab blocks. This is one of my favorite things to do, is to take a couple of blocks for my forearms and rest my forearms on a couple of blocks. Focus on your breathing. Inhale and exhale. See if you can start to let go of things that you're gripping, holding on to, whether it's in your legs, your hips, your back, your neck, shoulders. Breathing in, breathing out. From here, we're going to roll into pigeon. So you want to position yourself so you can bend your right knee, and you're going to roll forward, over, and onto that hip. Best you can, lengthening the legs behind you with it straight, the knee under. But if it needs to be out like this a little bit, so you can have your hip all the way down, that's better. And then take yourself all the way down to your level, resting on your forearms. You're always welcome to place a block underneath your forehead. Some people enjoy that. Or the ball. Focus on your breathing. With each exhale, see if you can start to let go of where you feel the tension. And slowly make your way up. but we're not going to release the legs. You're going to bend the back knee, reach back for your toe. We're looking to keep the heel in line with the glute. You can bring it as close to the knees or as close to the glute as you possibly can. You can also leave the arm extended, front thigh stretch. Release the leg. Fold back down over your hip. Deep breath in. And exhale out. And let's slowly press yourself back up. Now we are going to switch to the other side. So switching the legs, best way for you. And then once you're in a good position, lower down. Breathe in. Let it release. Just noticing the difference between one side and the next. If you can melt away at the shoulders and your neck. Relaxing your jaw. Hear yourself breathe. And then slowly lifting your head. Walk your hands back, bending your back knee. See what you can do, grabbing this foot. You're going to reach for your right hand with your right foot. And then release and lower back down. Slowly make your way back up to seated. And extend both legs open to a wide V. Best to turn facing the long mat so your heels stay on the mat and just give you a little more cushion. We're going to do a twisting reach. So turning towards your right leg, you're going to reach the left arm towards the shin, maybe the ankle, maybe the toe. See what you can do. Trying to get the shoulders parallel to the floor, as long of a spine as you can. Reaching the left arm, grab what you can. And release. The other side. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn, twisting, and then rolling those shoulders down, grabbing a hold. Maybe you're starting at the shin. With each breath, maybe kind of walk your hands closer, trying to keep the spine long. You'll eventually get a hold of the toe, tight thighs. Coming back to center, go down between the two legs, middle. And slowly pressing yourself back up. Gonna lean back. Gonna bring the feet together. And then bend the knees. We're gonna go internal rotation, so it's seated windshield wipers. So you're bringing the knee down. You're really looking to get that internal rotation there. But it can also come open. But the focus is on the knee that's coming forward and down. Should feel like it's a 90-degree angle coming straight out your hip and straight across. And then switch. And then switch. And switch. Your last set here. And switch. Coming back to center, heel toe your feet together. And then sit up tall, Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. Knees open where you can and fold over the legs to your best ability. And slowly release, rolling back up. I'm going to extend the legs straight forward. I'm going to turn from my mat. You're also going to need your ball nearby. I can grab it for you, my dear. All right, we're going to start in a forward fold, so move any extra cushion out here. We're going to start in the forward drape. We're going to hold there for a while. And when you come up, you're going to roll back. You're going to use your ball because you're going to place it behind you like this. And you're going to drape over the ball. You can also use a block for underneath your head into a supported fish, okay? I just wanted you to see it where we're heading because this forward fold is going to be a 2-minute fold. So getting into your position, sitting up tall, inhale. And exhale. With each deep breath, allow yourself to lift a little bit off the legs. And at each exhale, allow yourself to settle in a little bit more and a little bit more. Feeling a deep, deep stretch through your back, right down the center, the vertebrae, getting opened. Feel yourself getting longer. Each exhale, not only lower towards the floor, but closer your head goes to your feet, creating more and more length. Bellies are pulled in maybe 20% there. Everything else, relaxing and breathing. One more minute. Keep allowing yourself to melt forward, making any adjustments you need. Getting heavier and heavier. Finally letting your head be the heaviest it can. And then slowly bring your hands by your hips to support your spine. Use a little bit of core strength to roll yourself all the way back onto your back, but you're going to use your ball. The trick is getting your ball, placing it right about mid-back between your shoulder blades, and then allowing yourself to drape over the ball. If you need the block behind your head because the back of your head can't quite get there, you don't have a lot of mobility through your thoracic, that's fine. Otherwise, back of the head to the floor, ball between your shoulder blades, position yourself to rest here. Getting a stretch through the shoulders, the pectorals, right through the sternum, opening up through the lower rib cage and the diaphragm, opening up through the digestive tract, creating more space. Notice when you take a deep breath how you get even a little more stretch right through the middle, right through the ribs. Try positioning your arms over your head or in cactus. Trying something new for the shoulders. And then we're going to remove the ball and the props. So lift your head up, move your block, move your ball. You're going to come back down onto your back flat. We're going to place the feet onto the mat for a bridge. So use your core a little bit, tighten up the abs so you can bend the knees in. Feet about hip width distance apart. Your knees are also slightly apart. And begin to peel the hips up, lifting to bridge. And then lower back down. Draw your knees into your chest. Flatten out your spine. Best you can. Head on the mat all the way down to your tailbone. Going to roll over onto your right side, setting up for a spinal twist. Bring the knees in fairly tight or at least level with your hips. And then reopen up. Bring the back of the head to the mat. Left arm, best you can, comes out to the side, either to a T, but maybe it's down at a V. That's better for your shoulder. You're going to roll back onto your right side. You're going to grab a hold of your left ankle and kick back for a front thigh stretch, another little mini back bend. And release. Bring the knees back together. One more spinal twist. Back of the head comes to the mat, arms open. And gently turning your head to the left to deepen the stretch through the neck. And then rolling back over onto your side. Let's grab a hold of the ankle, kick back, front thigh stretch one more time. And release. Let's make your way on to the other side. Best way for you, roll all the way up onto the left. With knees tucked in fairly tight or at least level with your, and then open to a spinal twist. Relax. Do a scan of your body. See where you can continually let go of tension. And then coming back onto your side, grab a hold of your ankle, kick back, front thigh stretch. And release, spinal twist. Knees come back together and then open up to your degree, starting with the back of the head on the mat. And then gently turning the head a little more to the right till you get your stopping point. Just focus on your breathing. Using that breath to take tension out. And then rolling back onto your side. One more front thigh stretch, right? Did I forget it, guys? I think we got one more to do. 2 on each side. And release. Make your way back onto your back. Draw your knees into your chest. Feet side by side. You're going to lift your head and shoulders so that you can wrap your arms on top of your legs. See if you can hold opposite elbows. And then lower your head and shoulders back down. And then feel like it's just your fingers, your fingertips gripping the hold. Can you let go of the tension in the arms and shoulders? Can you relax at the legs? Relaxing at the stomach. Relax your back. And release everything flat on the mat. Shavasana. Legs straight. Lining yourself up to be as straight as you possibly can. Place your hands where it's most comfortable for you. 4 deep breaths. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Breathe it in. Inhale. Let it all release. Exhale. Small movements with your fingers. Wiggle your toes. Flex your feet. Tighten the thighs. Reach the arms up overhead. And release. Hands by your sides. Bend one knee at a time, placing the feet up onto the floor. Draw your knees into your chest. And roll over onto your chosen side, whether it be to your right or to your left, coming off of your spine, off your hips. Slowly press yourself up. And thank you for coming to stretch. Stretchy, stretchy, hamstring, hamstring.